Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Success Online, and it's my privilege. We've got a very special guest on today, and he's been with Nu Skin for 27 years. He's a team elite. I know, 27 years. Please welcome Graham Park. Hi, Graham. How are you?
Hi, Tracy. How are you?
I am fantastic, and thank you so much for your time today. We've got a few things to discuss, and there's a lot happening with Nu Skin at the moment. Business is going well. I have to say we're thriving at the moment, and as we all know, we made the decision to go online with our convention, and we were talking about this. It's a great opportunity that we have a convention online. And so, Graham, why do you believe convention is such an important event for everyone's business right now?
Well, when I started, we didn't have local conventions as such. And so I literally used to fly to the States just for that catch up. And I'm here to say that if I had not made that investment in my own future, then I would not be here today reaping the rewards of working in Nu Skin, because I just wouldn't have stayed with it. The ups and downs of this business, especially the first 3 to 5 years someone is in it, it's a bit like an emotional roller coaster, and it's up, down. And what the conventions do, yes, there's all the information and everything else, but to be honest, the information gets out on the net these days, so that's not as critical. But what's there is you get to look people in the eye, you get to see what's really going on, you get that overall feel, and you get a sense of the community of Nu Skin, what's going on with it, why you're part of something bigger than yourself. And if you're serious out there about building a real business, you need to understand you're part of something bigger than yourself. And if you don't get that, well, I don't think long term you're probably going to be here. We really do a lot of stuff, a lot of good things out there, yes, including putting money in distributors' pockets, but much, much more than that going on. And convention's always a way to bring that to the fore, to bring your team together. It's an impending event, it's something to work for. There's usually things going on for that. And in the situation right now, we have, Tracy, that for this year, it's going to be an online convention. I think that was a great initiative of yours and others, because, yeah, there's a downside to an online convention. You're not going to get that immersion of being together for a couple of days, flying into Sydney, partying, doing all that stuff, Tracy buying us all champagne, everything else. She'll do that next year.
Yeah, sounds good.
And all that sort of stuff. But you know what? There's a huge upside, Tracy, when you guys were suggesting it the other day. There's a massive upside to this, because normally to get people to go to attend a convention, it's a big deal. Let's look at the big deal. The majority of distributors live outside Sydney. So the majority of people who attend have to get on a plane or sit in a car for hours and hours and hours, and they have to travel to Sydney. So you don't have to do that, which took out a huge cost. I mean, that cost could be anywhere from a couple of $100 to $1,000 or more, depending on where you live, just to travel. You've then got accommodation, another for a couple of nights, another $500 or whatever it is, You've then got food, you've got all these other things, and you've got a couple of $100 to attend the convention. So we've got brand new people who we'd really, really like to get there, and they normally don't sometimes attend a new convention because they don't understand how important it is to them growing a business. And to be honest, some of them just simply can't afford it. After all, they got into this to make extra money, not to spend more money. What you've done with this online convention, where you've got the amazing situation where for literally the price of one Vitameal, which you get points on anyway, that'll be the price of attendance. So all someone's going to have to do to go to the June, 4th, 5th, and 6th?
Yes, exactly.
So to go to that for full attendance, full live attendance, all they got to do is buy one bag of Vitameal.
And it's $30, Graham. Just
$30.
25
whole
PV.
thing, and you get points. How many points you get?
25 PV.
25 PV.
Yep.
You know, on that for having access to this.
No brainer.
So there's a couple of things. One, it's obviously less expensive, but it's also you don't have to travel. You don't have to take all that time. They've got like a business overview opportunity meeting on the Thursday night, which will be about 45 minutes, that you can invite any guests you have. Once you're registered, you've got your bag of Vitameal, which will register you. You can invite those guests. They'll be able to come in, you'll be able to talk to them, and you'll have some great, the panel of presenters they're putting together is just fantastic for that Thursday night. Then you've got Friday, there'll be a session in the morning and a session in the afternoon, and the same on Saturday, right?
Yes.
And those sessions will be sort of, they won't be a whole day thing, it'll be like 1.5 to 2 hour sessions. And we got some amazing speakers, people, you know, the Joe Changs of the world, the Ryan Napierskis, all these sort of people, some other scientists from the States. You're going to learn all about Boost and what's happening with Boost in the whole cycle. And if you're not part of this, you're not going to understand what's really going on with this whole cycle. And they're even going to they'll have people there who've trialed the Boost and giving their explanations, because at the moment you can't get your hands on one to try with all the madness going on around the world. So this is really important because Boost is going to be big. LumiSpa, we sold 2 million units in 18 months. What if we do the same again with Boost? What if we do more with Boost? Hell, if we did half as much with Boost, it's a really big deal, you know, for your business. But I suspect we're going to do as much or more given time. So this has huge, huge potential. You want to know exactly what's going on, and this online convention is critical to that, to have people from the top in the science and other areas of the company explain that. You'll then have leading successful distributors talking about how to utilize all the aspects of the business right now to grow your business and understand the products better and everything else. So I can't understand why someone wouldn't go. I mean, in our team, we're going to be talking to anyone and everyone, whether they join today or whether they join the day before convention, about going along. A bag of Vitameal, which is going to help, that feeds one child for 30 days, and you get 25 points back, and you're in. I've never seen a better deal.
Yeah, it will be fantastic. And you mentioned a few speakers there. We are confirming them all, and we will let everyone know very soon who they are. But we've actually been able to invite about 3 times as many speakers internationally to actually speak, because they actually don't have to travel. So we have a lot more variety of big names in Nu Skin. So extremely inspirational, Graham, it will be. Yeah. So in terms of promoting, you've given some great tips on promoting the event. I just wanted to shift over now, if we can, to a little bit on leadership. And, you know, you're a fantastic leader in this business. And I just would love you to share what you believe are maybe the top 2 or 3 traits of being a leader in this business. You know, what does it take? And with your experience, you know, what have you seen in terms of skills, traits, mindset out there?
Well, because of the nature of this business, when people hit new pin levels and rise up the ladder, they immediately get called leaders. But the reality is they've just climbed up the pin level. When they're showing leadership is exactly that, when people are looking to them. And how does that happen? It really, I think, happens because they care about people, and they care about working with people, and they're not just thinking of purely and utterly themselves. They're thinking of a bigger picture. And that goes back to what I said about this business being bigger than just us. They're thinking about their team and the benefit to their team not just themselves. And I think once someone's thinking is that way genuinely, the leadership stuff just comes out, because then you want to serve your team, you want to work with them, and they see that, and then they're more likely to follow it. And without that, yes, you can certainly have success, but long term, I'm not sure. I think you'll find you'll lose a huge amount of people if people feel like you don't care. There's an old saying about people don't care to know until they know you care. It's right, but honestly, it's true that if we don't think people care about us, we don't really care what they got to say too much. But when we know they do care about us, we actually listen much closer, because we know it's coming from a good place.
Yeah.
And I think that's really where you get to about leadership.
Exactly. And I guess, Graham, during this, and it's been a very unusual time with everything at the moment. You know, there's crazy things going on. And as a company, you know, we have thrived. We have kept pushing through, and we've had the best sales we've ever had. We've had a lot of LOIs. We've had a lot of, you know, new up and coming emerging leaders as a result of it. But what I want to know from you, Graham, is, have you done anything differently with your team during this time? You know, in the leaders in your team, when this started to happen, did you pivot? Did you do anything different with the business? Or did you just say, right, we're just going to keep going. We've got a great opportunity here. People need Nu Skin right now.
We're very fortunate. We got a lot of great leaders, and they really took the lead more so than probably myself, because they're more aggressively building and at the minute. And what I saw and what I was part of is there was a mix. It was a case of, well, we got to keep doing what we're doing. We're not going to stop, because in the first week or two, we had a lot of nervous Nelly panicking going on, not in the leadership, but from people out there going, oh my goodness, so many people lost their job. No one afford the product. You know, and all this. And whereas the leaders, I was so, you know, proud to work with, where we're just like, are you crazy? This is an opportunity. We're going forward. And then the pivot was we've used a lot of live events, and the pivot was moving much more online meetings. And the benefit I've seen is a far higher frequency of events, because they're easier to set up. There's a far higher frequency. So I'm seeing leaders talk, say rubies and above and that, talking to their teams weekly instead of monthly, or almost daily instead of weekly. The frequency has increased, and I think that's got a lot to do with why we've seen March and April be massive growth months, not just in our team, but in teams all across the Pacific market, and to be honest, all around the world. I've seen it in teams we've got in Asia, and I've seen teams we've got in the United States having their best months ever. There's a whole lot of reasons for that, but we're in a very special time of opportunity for Nu Skin. But what it's also taught, and should have taught a lot of people, is the pivot towards much more online face-to-face. It's extremely effective.
Yes, yes.
For busy people, it's extremely effective. Yeah. And I think also there's a lot more people out there whose lives have been a bit disrupted, who are open to looking at either a new business as a second business or new products, because their shopping cycle's been disrupted as well.
Fantastic, Graham. And we were just, before this call, we were just talking about the fact that there is so many wonderful promotions, business building promotions as well in Nu Skin. And we wanted to put it into an interactive, logical document that had a flow that could take someone on a journey from LOI to Team Elite, that they could continue to refer back to and understand. And I'm just going to quickly share that screen. I'd just love you, if you could, just to share your thoughts on this document, because it's something that we really want to put out there.
This whole roadmap to success idea, is a really, really good idea, and it's a really good initiative because, to be frank with everyone out there, let's be honest as distributors, Nu Skin complicates stuff. You know, they come up, they must have a pile of lawyers in the back office dreaming up terms and conditions. And so for most of us distributors, we see it all and it's like, it all gets hard. Whereas what Tracy, you put together here is just a piece of genius with this roadmap to success, because it's taken all out and it's made it simple so that some dummy like me, it's like Nu Skin for Dummies. I can look at it now and go, this is what we're going to do to be successful. And here it is. You know, what am I going to do? I get my LOI in. I've got to have a couple of sharing blocks and an ADR. Then I'm going to get some rewards, which is ADR points, which are great because you just get free stuff with those.
Yeah, that's right.
And then as a brand rep, you know, I can finish my qualification with 10 blocks. I get 100 points just for that. I start getting other benefits. I start qualifying for the success trips. Plus I'm getting building bonuses and start making some money. Then at whole gold, lapis, ruby area, I'm getting all sorts of extra ADR points and, you know, having those blocks, you know, and doing at least 6 building blocks a month. Here's the thing, Tracy, that there was a survey done about 4 years ago in Nu Skin, and it showed that people who a brand new brand rep, who in their first 3 months after they're a new brand rep does 3,000 points or 6 blocks or more, has about an 87% chance that they will still be a brand rep 12 months later. That's a good
that's an
incredible statistics. But here's the other side.
Wow, that's
There's
amazing.
a flip side to it, and it was a quite amazing flip side. And that was that a new brand rep who does less than 6 building blocks, does between 2,000 and 3,000, does between 4 and 5 blocks, has over, and I can't remember the exact percentage, but it was over an 80% chance of not being a brand rep in 12 months. So
there you go.
You know, that's right, built into this roadmap of success. Then we've got the global leadership incentive to getting for the higher pin levels, where obviously you make money getting to those pin levels, but this gives you the sweetener on the cake straight away with an extra, you know, $3,000 for a new blue diamond and stuff. And then as Team Elite, there's even more for that. So it's very simple, it's very clear. And then under that on the roadmap of success is a whole thing about online events and trainings and tools that can support you and where they are, because so many times right now, there's so much stuff out there, Tracy, that they don't know where to look. And what you've done is put a lot of stuff, a lot of corporate resources all in one place. And I'd like to thank you guys very much for it. I think it's a really good tool, simple to use, and makes it very helpful for people.
Yeah, and what we love most about it is you click here, you click Facebook business group and you go there. So it's completely interactive. All the terms and conditions here, you click on that term and condition or on the success trip and boom, you'll go straight there. So I would be saving this onto my desktop or something and just using it to refer back to it time after time. But thank you for that. I'm glad that you like it, and we will be putting this in the office and also sending everyone, you know, the copy of the document once again to make sure everyone has it. But are there any closing thoughts? Are there any words of wisdom, closing thoughts that you would like to share as an end to our fantastic?
I don't think I got a lot of wisdom to share as much as I think saying this. We're at a very special time. People say that all the time. We really are. If you think the world's normal right now, you really do need your head read. It's not normal, but from our point of view, it's really, really good. Forget all the bad news out there. There's segments of the economy that are going to do very bad over the next couple of years. There's segments of the economy going to do very good over the next couple of years. Guess which one we're in?
Woo! It's the best place to be, really, isn't it? But Graham, look, thank you so much for your time. And yes, we will see you very soon again. You're going to be participating in Convention Online.
I'll be there with bells on.
All right. Thanks everyone. Thanks, Graham. Have a great day.
Thank you.